Yeah, yeah.
Word for word. That's crazy, bro.
Well, bro, I got here last night, bro. I couldn't even sleep, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Tossing and
You just
turning.
got here last night?
Yeah, I just got here yesterday. Last night.
Bro, you must have been kissing the ground when you got when you
You don't
started
even
out.
know, bro.
You gotta feel helpless, like all that, right?
Bro, that's the part, bro, that everybody felt helpless because you can't do nothing. Rocks and hella season.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy story, guys. Like, that surprised me, I'm gonna tell you right now. Cause I've been cutting his hair since he was in high school, so crazy. So anyways, let's get straight to the haircut. What's going on here? We did clip over comb just to clear all this length. It's been a minute since he's gotten a haircut. And he had longer hair anyways. He was usually getting a taper and kind of tying up his hair, but it's probably twice as long as what it usually is. And then obviously his beard and the sides are all grown out now. But so I'm just clearing the majority of this boat, getting it ready for a fade, while still trying to keep the shape and the bulk around the parietal ridge area. Now we're going to start our initial guideline. I'm using the JRLs, the 1040s, and we're going to do this all the way around, and then we'll bald him out and probably follow it up with the shaver. As you can see, we're doing the same thing. I cleared the bulk on this side while he was telling his story. 6 months in a Cuban, like military camp style prison. Crazy. Alright, so now I'm switching over to my Babyliss Gold FXs, and we're going blade open about a finger's width, about probably an inch, anywhere from a half inch to an inch. It's really on you and how compressed or how low you want to keep this fade. Me, I like a really nice gradients, really nice like stretched out blend, so that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna try to keep it like a medium low blend while keeping the C cup dark. I just love this look for pompadours. Alright, and now what I'm doing is I'm clearing out the bulk here, to a number 3. And if you follow along with the color guards, you'll be able to know, what guards I got here. So I'm coming off of the head. I'm not trying to lower the hair that's above the parietal ridge. And the parietal ridge is pretty much where the hair, where your head starts to curve into the top. So I don't want to go above that. I don't want to go into the top with this number 3. I want to keep that length that's there. So I'm staying on the side of the head with that number 3. See, I'm staying on the side of the head. Now we're in the back, but you guys get what I'm saying. Alright, and I'm combing as I go. I just sped it up here so you guys can see me do the entire head. Now I'm following underneath that with a number 2, and I'm gonna blend down. So I'm staying right underneath where I just left off with that number 3. And this is what I call stacking guards. So underneath the 3 will be the number 2, right underneath the number 2 will be the 1 open. That's stacking guards. And as long as you stay underneath, you'll be okay. You won't make any lines. If you do make a line, that's okay. Go back to that number 3 and take the line out. Alright, so now I have my number 1 open. And I went to the number 1 open because I was just trying to see if I can blend right into that number 2 without having to use the 1.5 guard. But I can tell you that even when I do this, I still like to detail my cuts, and I'll still probably pull out the 1.5 guard just to detail it and make sure and fine tune the blend. We'll just do this all the way around the head. It's funny, man, because like for example, the last video I dropped with the transformation, the waiver, guys, I give my clients what they want. These are my clients. These are not models for a YouTube video. So I give my clients what they want, and I do my best to give them the best possible haircut in that area. you know, their preferences. So I can coach them and I can try to, you know, steer them a specific way, but at the end of it, I still got to be able to, you know, give the client what they want, with, of course, with a little bit of my flavor on the cut. So now again, look, we went to that 1.5 guard, and we're detailing that portion between the number 1 guard open and that number 2 guard closed. Just really trying to bring it all together. Once this is done, now we'll start to blend from the bottom up. So we know that we finished off with a number 1 open. So we're taking out this first initial guideline, the bald line, with the clipper closed, and we're opening it as we go up. But we're staying underneath this guideline that we created with the blade open. All right, so I'm starting to blend out this line at the very bottom. There's another line above that. We're gonna stay beneath that line that's above it, so that we don't raise the bald look too high, right? We don't want it to be bald too high, then we'll raise the entire fade. So that line right there, it just lets me stay, you know what I'm saying, low enough to where I don't ruin the fade. Now I can start removing that guideline. I'm using the half guard, and that should bring the entire cut together. So I'm using the half guard to blend into that number 1 open. Once I'm done here, it's pretty much just detail work to try to make the fade the best possible result I can. If you are an online academy member, remember this video right here, there is a version on the online academy that's like 35 minutes long. It's a little bit more detailed, it's a little bit slowed down. So if you're an academy member, definitely go check out that version. And then here I'm just detailing that dark area right there. Went back to, I'm still at my half guard, but I'll probably jump to the number 1 guard. Probably go back and forth. You'll notice like now I'm lining up that C cup, because that just lets me see the fade better. So I feel like that's important. So I'm lining up the C cup, and now I can really go to work. And you'll see me kind of adjust his head different directions so I can see it in different lighting. Typically, normally in the barbershop, I would be checking my mirror as often as possible. And when I detail, I'm really just detailing little sections. So you'll notice, especially when I'm detailing, I'm using my corner so I can work in smaller sections. So here I'm hopping back and forth from that number 1 guard to the half guard. Might have to go back up to that 1.5 guard. You just gotta kind of, you know, see how the hair is reacting, especially since I haven't cut his hair in over 6 months. You know, I haven't done a fade on him in years. He was always getting the taper. So now we're doing the same exact thing on this side. For me, like this was a super difficult haircut to learn. Like, I mean, as far as like getting somebody with really long hair like that, I didn't know how to attack something like that, man. That would be an intimidating haircut. When somebody would have hair that long and then show me a picture of like a fade this long with a pompadour, man, I didn't know how to make that haircut happen. But now I feel much more comfortable through practice and through taking classes and watching YouTube videos. It's made me more comfortable. But I could tell you, starting off, like this was an very intimidating haircut for me. Just keeping it transparent with y'all. And now with this 1.5 guard, I feel like the blend is starting to come together. I love the bulk around the Peralta area. I'm glad that his preference was to keep it. So I feel like the overall silhouette, and once we get the top styled and laying into the sides and stuff, like it looks really good with this bulk. All right, so that's the blend on that side. Before we do any like blending shears or any other touch-up work, let's go ahead and start to blend the beard in. And I'm pretty much using the same steps, just inverted. Starting from my number 3 at the bottom instead of my number 3 at the top, right? And then blending up. And then I'll use my shavers to really get it nice and tight on the sides. Y'all feel like that blend look dope, man. I like it. I like the gradients, all that. Now let's see how it's gonna look when we put this C cup on there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's coming together. Now on this specific client, I'm not gonna do any color enhancement. I like the natural look on him, and he has a really prominent C cup anyways, so it doesn't really make sense. If I did color enhancement on him, it would only be on the C cup, or the top of the beard. And to be real with you, like, I just feel like I'd be taking money from him, because he doesn't need it. Like, it's as enhanced as it can get, that C cup. I feel like once we put the razor on there, it's a wrap. All right, so now we're gonna cut the top, and I'm gonna do a profile parting in the middle. This is definitely a beginner way that I would cut it. This is definitely like kind of like barber school-esque, like how they would teach you. This is pretty much the basics. You do a profile parting right through the middle, and then that's your traveling guideline for the rest. So then you take a little bit of that middle, and now that's your guideline for the right side of his head and the left side of his head. Okay. In the shop, I would cut it differently. I'd use more over directing techniques, more layering techniques, more graduation techniques. And if this is so now we gotta make sure that whatever's gonna fall over falls over nicely. And so that's the finished result with scissor work, before any detailing, before any blending shears. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start to work my blending shears. Now guys, if you're confused right now, if you don't know what's going on with as far as like the blending shears, you're pretty much just taking whatever's coming off of the spine of the comb, you guys see there, and you're just cutting the ends. You don't want to do too many chomps, because then you're going to actually take length, but that's pretty much what you're doing with the blending shears. All right, now we're going to fine tune the beard, detail it a little bit. He wants to keep the length. He liked the length. He just wanted me to clean up around the neck and stuff. He had trimmed it, I guess, in prison. I don't know how, but obviously he didn't line it up. And he wanted me to keep it as full as possible. This was too full. We had to go back once I did the razor and bring it down some more. But he told me he wanted it as full as possible. Then he saw it in the mirror and was like, nah, you can bring it down. All right, so now we're done with that, and we'll go ahead and start to style the haircut. And all we're trying to do is create tension and put heat on the hair. Now this is pretty much what foundations really breaks down, but it to me, foundations is not the beginners, not the basics. It's the foundational, it's the theories that you need, the practices that you need. It's kind of blending quality with efficiency. If you're cutting your kids' hair, you're cutting yourself, you don't need foundations. But if you're a professional in the barber industry and you want to be able to create quality haircuts in efficient times, like, and you're good and you're making money behind the chair, and you want to be able to you know, maximize that, foundations would be a great investment for you. Okay, so now we're detailing it with the razor. I'll pretty much show you exactly why we do what we do. We'll talk graduation, we'll talk layering, we'll also talk about systemizing your haircuts, so you can do these haircuts, haircut and beard 45 minutes, and the haircut by itself in 30 minutes. So there it is, guys. That's the finished result. If you guys like the haircut, please let me know in the comments, smash the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. If you're interested in foundations or the online academy, link will be in the description below. Go check it out, guys. Check that out.